Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're making a pot of yummy pepper soup. When it comes to making pepper soup, I love to narrow my expectations to just three things: the taste of my pepper soup, the texture of the soup, and the smell. How aromatic it comes out is part of what I am always aiming for. So we're going to start off by peeling our yam. Now you have to cut your yam into bit sizes depending on the quantity of yam you want to use for your pepper soup. You can either decide to pair your pepper soup with yam or rice or potato, cocoyam, depending on what you want to pair your pepper soup with. But today I'm using freshly sliced piece of yam. So I'm going to put it in a bowl, wash it, and cook it. This is me trying to preserve my yam. I sprinkle a little bit of turmeric on the surface of the yam, the leftover after cutting, and I'm going to wrap it and keep it. This would help my yam not decay when I'm not cooking it for a few days. So this is me washing the yam. If you notice, I cut them into large chunks because it's pepper soup. If I was making porridge yam, it would be tiny piece. Cut it whichever chunk that is suitable for you. After washing your yam, place it in a pot. Add enough water that will let the yam cook till it's very soft. Add salt and cover your yam to cook. Next, we're going to work on our fish. We're using croaker fish. One thing I love about croaker is the fact that is easily debonable, right? So there are other kind of fish out there that you can use for your pepper soup, catfish and whatnot. But for me, croaker is easily debonable, and when you do the good job of removing the scales, that job becomes very easy for you. So for me, I let the guys in the market do all of the scale removing, and I told them not to cut the fish because I wanted to cut it on camera. So all the scale removing was done in the market, and I told them to don't worry, I got the rest from that point on. So I got back home, I washed it. I washed it over, and last time I got croaker fish, they washed it for me and everything. When I got home and I just washed it a little bit and tossed it in the pot, I found scales all over my soup, and that was okra soup. So imagine scales in okra soup, it would be terrible. So everyone who was eating had to be careful, and I did not want that to ever happen again. So I had to make sure that I took my time to wash the fish and make sure that no scales were anywhere near my fish. And I will tell you for a fact, I did a good job in that. There was no scales after cooking. So that was what I was going for. After removing the intestine and everything, the head of the fish, I cleaned it thoroughly and the fish was ready. Then I went on to slice it into the portions that I wanted it to come out. So for each fish, I was aiming for about five chunk from each fish. I went on to cut the fish and got the amount of chunks I wanted. After cutting the fish and setting that aside, I went on straight into boiling the fish. If you decide to make this pepper soup with goat meat or any other kind of protein, that choice is yours and you can do that as well. But for today, we're making fish pepper soup, right? Croaker fish pepper soup. So next, I went on to slice the onions. This onions is going to be used for both steaming of the fish and the pepper soup preparation in general. I blended my pepper and my ginger and garlic. I went on to cut the scent leaf. Scent leaf is essential. It brings in the aromatic pepper soup taste that you're looking for. So you make sure you have scent leaf in your pepper soup. Don't compromise on the texture of your yam. It has to be soft, well cooked. When that is done, you get a bowl, get all the yam out into the bowl and have your pot empty. We're going to use this pot to start cooking. We start cooking our fish and then our pepper soup. Get the fish into the pot, go in my onions, my pepper, my garlic and ginger, rinsed everything, added everything. Now the focus is on the fish and not the pepper soup. So I'm putting my black pepper, white pepper, seasoning, onions, everything for my fish to be soft and nice in the pot. After I do this for a while, I do not put too much water for a start. So I added the water and let it boil. Then when the fish is properly cooked, I now go in with the quantity of water for my pepper soup. When that is in the pot, more water in the pot, I go in with adding the a little bit of the pepper soup spice because I want the fish to be able to get that. When the fish has boiled for a while, I get the croaker out of the water, out of the pepper soup. You know why? Because I do not want the pepper soup to scatter. You don't want your fish to scatter, right? So when you are done cooking your fish for a while, you get the fish out of the pot, and then you go in with your yam and your dried fish. If you don't have dry fish, that's fine. But if you have dry fish, you put your dry fish into the pepper soup water, and then you go in with your yam. Then you put in more pepper soup spices, test it for salt, for pepper, and everything. Once you have yam in, then you add your scent leaf. You add your scent leaf and cover it to cook for a few minutes, and your pot of pepper soup is ready. Remember that you already cooked your fish. You already pre-cooked your fish before now, and you removed it. So you have to add your fish back into the pot, to let everything cook together. And this is the way you would not have your fish scatter in your pepper soup. And voila, your pot of pepper soup is ready for consumption. I don't know about you, but I love my pepper soup served hot, and that's exactly what I'm doing right here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in our next video.